Plaintiff Christine Miller started dating the defendant after they met online, and 10 months later they moved in together. Christine claims after moving in, the defendant stopped having sex with her, and then he abruptly broke up with her. She's suing him today for the balance due on several loans. Defendant John Ross IV says the reason he stopped having sex with Christine is because they weren't emotionally lining up, and he didn't feel like she would make a good stepmother to his 3 children. He's countersuing for defamation of character.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
State your name.
Christine Miller.
John Morris Ross IV.
All right, and Mr. John Morris Ross IV?
Yes, sir.
You got generational money. How you how you owe somebody? Nobody had any money out of this court?
I wouldn't have had to borrow if that was.
I met John through a dating app in July of 2014. We started dating. He was, funny, charismatic, attractive, and we kind of hit it off quickly. We moved in together about 10 months later in March of 2015.
A year after meeting.
Right, roughly.
Okay.
And then, I was really busy at the time. I was in my last clinical year of veterinary school, so I was, working 50+ hours a week with school, and so there were kind of some red flags at that point, including maybe we didn't have the same kind of work ethic.
Yeah, what was he working on at that time? He was working full-time?
He was working full-time, I believe.
So why do you say you didn't have the same work ethic?
Because it would kind of be job to job.
Okay,
and then
not a steady job.
Not a steady, and then calling in sick more than I would call in sick, and just things like, just some differences there. Mm-hmm. And another big red flag is that he didn't want to have sex anymore. So I thought things were going great, but I was maybe, kind of too busy to realize. And then he abruptly broke up with me in September of 2015.
Did you ask him why you all would no longer have intimacy? Because you had only been around for 2 years.
Right, I did. And he honestly said it was the weather. It was too hot outside, and it was just too warm. So... And maybe, I was guessing, was he stressed out at work or whatever, with work, or he at the time he had 3 kids.
That's enough being nosy. I was just curious. Okay. How old are you, sir?
41.
41?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right, well, here's some more sex stuff. Yeah, we dated. It was going good for about a year. I have 3 kids. She was in the 4th year of veterinary school. Just emotions weren't lining up, If I'm not emotionally connected, I can't have sex, right, fellas? So there's that sort of stuff. So we were just
trying to get nobody else on your side. You're on your own, Doc. You're on your own.
So, yeah, just things weren't lining up. It happens. Relationships happen.
What does the 3 children have to do with it?
Well, I had 3 kids, ex-wife, stress, that sort of thing. And so relationships kind of wear on you after a while. And I think I realized I just didn't want to be in one anymore.
All right. And he says there were emotional problems with her or with yourself?
I'd probably say both.
Okay.
Yeah, why not both?
What problem was there with her?
Well, having 3 kids, you kind of like vet the person you're dating and living with, right? And so I think there was kind of more of a cool aunt vibe as opposed to a stepmom vibe, right? So those are things you have to take into account when you're raising your kids. Like, is this going to work? So I made the decision that it wasn't going to work.
So you're putting it on the kids?
Sure. Why not?
Go ahead, man. What's you suing for? The loans. Tell me about that.
So, well, I didn't know I was supposed to be a mom initially. So I'm suing. We started, once we moved in together, I was paying bills and things, and the agreement was he didn't have money at the time and he was going to pay me back. So I started making a tally of the amount that he owed me, and then we broke up. And
when did you break up again? In September of 15.
Of 15, and the one of the big parts of the loan kept on going on because there was a car involved. He was supposed to be making car payments. So basically, he kept on accruing money until September of 2016, and then he kept on, over the last few years, paying it off. So he accrued an amount over $6,000.
By 16?
By 16.
And paid how much?
He paid off $4,880.
Okay.
And he sent me an email on July 1st stating that he didn't think he owed me any more money.
Okay.
And I actually have another email from him from 2017 stating, yes, he does owe me money.
Let me hear from you, sir.
All right. Yeah, accrued a bunch of debt to Christine. Always made sure in text, I'm going to pay you back.
You were in the mood then.
What's that?
You were in the mood to accept that money.
Sure, yeah.
About you emotionally you couldn't make love to her because of emotion. And men are dogs. They can make love to anything at any time, even if their head was on fire. Go ahead. Now, women, yes, they are sensitive enough beings that, yes, they have to have a mood and an emotion. Man, please. Go ahead.
All right. So I owed her money. We were paying it back. I was paying it back on a regular basis, trying to get it back there. And then one thing we had was a car together.
The down payment, was that a 50-50? You say together. Was the down payment 50-50?
No.
Her credit, my job got it.
So I put the down payment on. It's included.
How much?
It was, I have it in the breakdown
Over
here.
2,000?
No, it was less than 2,000.
All right, so she made the down payment, and because when things are jointly titled, it goes down to what we call equity standards, and that is who has the most financial equity in it.
Was making payments, missed a couple. We agreed I should probably give the car back because I can't handle the payment right now.
Missed more than a couple.
All right, several
Got
payments.
your point.
At that point, her and I talked about selling the car. And what was going to happen if we profited on the car, some of that money that was profit would go towards paying back some of the loan. Also, if she were to lose money, I would have been responsible for half of the loss as well. That would have accrued on my debt as well.
You all agreed to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, before she could sell it, she wrecked the car.
You didn't do that on purpose.
No, yeah.
Someone totaled my car. I was in a car accident.
All right.
So, no.
So then she got, I'm not sure the amount. From verbally, I think we had talked about it, that she may have got a $9,000 settlement, more than the car was worth. It was paid off. It's done. And so I thought, hey, if you made more on the car than you were going to sell it for, why isn't our agreement still intact?
And that's why you say you don't owe her. The agreement was take the profits from the sale of the car and apply that toward my debt.
Yes.
From the insurance.
So that's not correct.
Okay.
So when we broke up, I wanted to sell the car because I just wanted to get rid of it since we weren't together anymore. He begged me not to sell it because he was driving for Uber and Lyft, and that was how he was making money. Mm-hmm. So I took the car back from him because he was not paying it. So I took it back in September of 2016. And another reason was because he kept on getting parking tickets.
All right, but he says you all discussed paying the balance through the sale. Let's go to that.
That never happened.
Never discussed it?
No, we talked about selling it, but it was just not going to be worth it. So I took it back from him in September of 2016 and just paid it off, put it in my name, and then I got into this car accident where someone totaled the car in January of 2018.
By that time, his name had been removed.
Had been removed.
You were 100% owner.
100%
Is that
owner.
true?
I don't know how it would have been removed if it wasn't paid off. If my name wasn't taken off the lease,
that's
that doesn't
true.
make
That's
sense.
up to the finance
I have a letter.
Thank you.
If she tells him you're a scoundrel and that you owe her money and you haven't been paying, they'll say, okay, we're going to look out for you. We know these scandalous men out here. Finance your vehicle. Enclosed, please find the appropriate official document evidencing the release of our lien on the vehicle. Doesn't say releasing his name, ma'am.
Yeah, I have the name I had this all removed. I mean, it was just my car at that point. It wasn't his.
That's not what this says. You have any evidence of this agreement that she would give you the money from the car?
Unfortunately, no. It was all verbal. Yeah, it was all verbal.
What do you have?
I have this email from him stating that he owed me this money, was going to pay me $125 a month for 50 months.
Since 2017?
2017.
That occurred? From John, okay. Hello, Christine. I can commit to paying you the minimum. If I'm able to do bigger sums, I will do. And this is January of 17. Now you have to prove to me this story about the car. She has proven to me you agreed to repay her.
Well, just like sex at the end of a relationship, it's not going to happen. I don't have the proof of that. So, yeah.
You don't?
No. No, Judge.
Okay.
Your counterclaim is for what?
All right. So shortly after we broke up, Christine became involved in a relationship, with a couple, and she had let.
There you go, making implications.
No,
go ahead.
No, don't.
Go ahead,
So,
sir.
Her lover went online and told people that I owed her $20,000. She made physical threats against me on Twitter.
You have that?
Yeah, I do.
Let's see that.
Also,
what her lover says to you is
also she said
she can't be held accountable.
Right. Also, she said that she made love to Christine better than I ever would. Which, you know.
What was wrong with that? What?
I'm just saying maybe she did, maybe she didn't.
She did, because you weren't doing anything. What are you talking about? She definitely did. What are you talking about, maybe?
I wasn't there to watch,
You were stressed out, remember? Remember, you were stressed out. Christine was always in a good mood. Christine didn't have a problem in the world. Eliminate your problems, then you can print this. All right, sir, this is not defamation.
All right.
All that talking about you couldn't do nothing because you were stressed out. You're under stress a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. But I'm okay.
You just had a baby. All right, and you all know that Doyle has a beautiful son. We don't have a picture of him. I love to show him.
Thank you.
The child came to them at how many weeks?
1 month.
1 month. I was one of the first to see the picture, I believe. At least he told me that.
Can I tell him what you gave me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, he gave me a year of diapers.
Yeah.
And we're using them.
Yeah. I gave him a year of diapers, but I also gave the baby a gift. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim, sir. Dismissed. Have a good day. All right.
I'm just glad that it's over with. I don't have to hound him for money every month. I wish him the best, and I'm just glad that it's done with.
Yeah, same here. Have a great life, Christine.
Thank you. Have a nice life.
Yeah, have a nice time with life.